What's good, YouTube? Andre here with the DM Network. And if you're new to the channel, y'all, please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us to continue doing what we enjoy doing and making content. Now, before we get to today's video, I just want to remind everybody that today, Sunday, January 27th, we will be getting Dragon Ball Game Project Z update as well as Dragon Ball Fighters update. Now, the time there says from 2000 hours, which is 8 o'clock p.m. But that is not when it starts. That is when it ends. Because even if you look back on Saturday, it says from 2100, which is 9 o'clock. I guess they announced the last chance qualifiers or something like that. But we know that this event is not going to start at 8 p.m. It starts earlier in the day than that. It ends at 8 o'clock p.m. Just like yesterday, it started at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time and ended around 9 o'clock. So tune into that, y'all. I'm going to be dropping whatever information they drop. Of course, we know yesterday they did confirm that Jiren will be a playable character in Dragon Ball Fighters. And at the end, they also released information about Piccolo being new to the Jump Force lineup. So a lot of Dragon Ball information coming out here. But on with today's video, y'all. We have a plot contest. Create a character plot contest. And I'm going to give y'all some background on this because it is, to me, very, I had to think this morning, talking to the missus, it's like, there's people who literally say that I'm not buying this game unless create a character is in it. And me being a Dragon Ball fan and me understanding how the gaming industry as well as how business works, that's not a good thing. Like, you're not going to get the game that you want by not buying a certain game. The reason why is because if nobody buys Dragon Ball game, for instance, they aren't going to come out with a different Dragon Ball game because, oh, maybe this isn't the one people wanted. No. If they see that people aren't buying Dragon Ball games, they're going to just stop making them completely. So by not buying a game isn't going to get you the game that you want. It's going to make it so that those games are no longer being made and produced. Bandai Namco is, they have a deal, a partnership with Shueisha going on that they have to come out with a new Dragon Ball game every year. Otherwise, if they don't, then they'll lose the publishing rights. And they'll probably go back to somebody like Atari or somebody different. If you ever wonder why Atari isn't making Dragon Ball games anymore, because Bandai Namco has the publishing rights. So this year, of course, we get the Dragon Ball game Project Z. Next year, more than likely, y'all, we will probably get Xenoverse 3. And what I was thinking is that they would put the 3 games on a 2-year rotation. So this year we get Dragon Ball Game Project Z Action RPG for the RPG people. Then next year we'll get Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. And then the following year we'll get Dragon Ball Fighters Part 2 or something like that. You see, and they'll just continually rotate until that partnership term is up. But not to stray too far, y'all. I want to get to the point. So I don't want to rant, but it upsets me when people say, oh, if created character's not in the game, I'm not going to buy it. Because they want created character. And I don't want to play with the original characters through the same boring storyline, blase, blase. Okay, so first of all, the storyline in Xenoverse has been the same for the past 5 years. It's the same storyline that's in Dragon Ball Online. It's the same storyline just about that's in Dragon Ball Heroes. It's a futuristic thing with, a bunch of what if scenarios and things like that. Y'all have to understand, people have to understand this. Yes, Rage and Blast 2 and all them went through the stories, but they went through the stories in a different way. Not only that, but in current gen consoles, yo, we don't have a Dragon Ball game on current gen that actually plays through the actual storyline. There are fans of the series, the anime and the games, who would like to see that done on the PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones. Me personally being one of them. I actually enjoy playing with Goku and Vegeta, and the other Z Warriors. I even do it in Xenoverse, Don't get me wrong though, guys. I like create a character, and I would like to see an open world RPG Dragon Ball game with a created character. The issue is with this particular game, I don't see how it's going to work. Okay, let me rephrase that. They can do it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see how they're going to be able to do it and give us a fresh and different story. You see what I'm saying? Because where is your created character going to come from? Is he going to, if he comes from the future, okay, what happens when you run into future Trunks? You see what I'm saying? Then you're going to have to spill off on another timeline. And then also, if he comes from the future, that's playing off a Xenoverse. People are like, I want to, create a character, this and that. But you have to understand that this game is not Xenoverse. Xenoverse is still dropping DLC. There will be a Xenoverse 3. You see what I'm saying? So you have what you want in a created character in the Xenoverse universe. This is something different. You see what I'm saying? And so what I want to do, I want to present a challenge. And y'all seen the slide for that already. A created character plot contest. Because these people who are saying that if there's no created character in the game, they're not buying the game, I think that you're making a dire mistake. The reason why is because if you're a true fan of Dragon Ball, then you need to be able to understand not only the Dragon Ball universe, but how the Dragon Ball gaming universe works. And I want to give a special shout out to Spider Panda. He commented, made a comment earlier with a plot for a created character, which it came from one of our discussions. And he says that Saiyans come from space and land at Goku's place, and this is their origins. Androids escape from Dr. Gero. Namekians come to retrieve Kami, and the Frieza race gets banished from the Frieza army. So that's how I guess the created characters can be put into this game without so much. I mean, you're gonna affect anytime you introduce a created character into a plot that's already set, you're going to disrupt that timeline. So that's gonna happen. I'm not talking about that, but it's interesting that he brought that up. And what I want to do is, of course, a plot contest for a created character. So for those of you who are saying that I'm not getting this game if it doesn't have created character, I want to challenge you. Okay, so the rules are simple. Send me a plot that will work for this game without changing the structure of Dragon Ball Z, without being Dragon Ball Xenoverse, without the same plot as Dragon Ball Fighters, without the same plot as Dragon Ball Online, without the same plot as Dragon Ball Heroes. Send me a plot that is none of those things, and that's how you enter into this contest. Now, since you also say that if it's no created character, I'm not buying this game, I want to change your mind. So the winner of this contest will be getting a copy of this game on the console of your choice when the game drops. Now, I'm expecting the game to probably drop September, October, November-ish. I was thinking February at first, but if they're finna announce some stuff for the game, Bandai Namco normally, especially with Dragon Ball games, if they announce it, it drops between 5 to 8 months. I've never seen one drop during the summertime, so I'm expecting more fall time for this game to drop. And if CyberConnect 2 has really been working on this game, they've been working on it for almost a year, if not over a year. So that's plenty of development time, especially if they're using the Unreal Engine 4 that Bandai Namco has, then they could produce a game a whole lot faster. So let me reiterate this, and I apologize for the length of this video. Create a character plot. Okay. Send me a plot. Now, where are you going to send this to? You are going to send this to this email address, the dmnetwork06@gmail.com. And what I'm going to do, you, the subscribers, will vote on the best plot. So send me your plots for your created character. How, if you want created character in this game, what plot would you make for this game that will make it work? Now, the rules are that it can't be a plot like Xenoverse. It can't be a plot like Dragon Ball Fighters. It can't be a plot like Dragon Ball Heroes or even Dragon Ball Online or Dragon Ball Fusions. The reason why is because for people who want a created character in this game, how are you going to fit a created character in a game that specifically says it's set in the Dragon Ball Z universe? I want to see that. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people argue with us in the comments when it's a simple discussion saying, we won't create a character. I won't create a character. Create a character's not in it. I'm not buying it. Let's be realistic. The game is telling you it's set in the Dragon Ball Z universe. How can you implement a created character in that? Okay. So my idea was that you're a galactic patrolman. Why? Because the Galactic Patrol have been around forever. We know that from Jacko, what he said in the anime, what he's also said in the manga and the adventures of Jacko. Jacko is actually associated with Bulma and them. I think Bulma's sister knows Jacko or something to that effect. Now, granted, Jacko and them have never interfered with Earth matters. They still know that Earth exists and Earth goes on. So you, as a created character, could be part of the Galactic Patrol that comes down to Earth around the same time that Goku does and basically help to keep the Earth free of trouble. Either that or there's an escapee, kind of like in the manga right now. Somebody escapes from the Galactic Patrol and they come to Earth, and it's your job to find them and basically either get rid of them, destroy them, or bring them back to justice. But this person eludes you through every saga to the last saga when you meet up with them. Something to that effect. But that's how I would do a created character in this game that wouldn't alter the timeline too much. But like I said, anytime you introduce a created character, it's going to change the timeline. It's going to change the story because it's not that story, that timeline. It can work in this game to have both, although I don't see it happening because this is an open world action RPG. Generally, the open world, that's that. You may have a versus mode or something like that in it, but you're not going to have like a story mode and then the open world mode. You could. How could that work? Look at Red Dead Redemption 2. Look at Grand Theft Auto. They have an open world game for the standard game that's single player. And then they have an online part. So what they could do to make this work is have the online, the regular standard game, open world, play it however they set it up, and then have an online open world part where you create a character and play through different missions and things like that. That would actually be pretty cool. What do y'all think about that? Let me know down in the comment section down below. But like I said, for this contest, y'all, send me a plot that would work for this game to this email address. And then what we will do, each one that I get, I'm going to do a special video on. I am going to read them through a video, and everybody will vote for them. We'll probably do a vote, if not on that particular video, then on the Twitter, on my Twitter. But I'm going to give y'all some time to get those in. And what we'll do is I'll do one video and I'll go through the ones that we have. And in the comment section of that video, people can just vote for the one that they like the best. And the one that likes, whichever one gets voted the highest, then guess what? When the game comes out, I'll be getting you a personal copy of this game. Now, my giveaways are legit. I don't play around with stuff like that. I've given away Madden 2 years in a row, the collector's edition of those. I've given away Dragon Ball Fighters collector's editions. And then I'm doing a giveaway now that actually ends on the 31st for another thing that's always linked at the end of the videos and stuff like that. So get those into me now. Create a character plot for those of you, and anybody can enter this, by the way, but I'm really doing this for the people who saying if created character's not in the game, I'm not buying it. I'm trying to get a way to get this game into your hands to show you that, yeah, you probably need to play this. Don't be I don't even know the word, stingy, just because you didn't get your way and get a created character in this game that, oh, well, I'm gonna throw a fit and I'm not gonna buy it and miss out on a good game just because of your attitude. Grow up, man. We all old enough to not, throw fits when we don't get our way, especially when there's games out there that have what you want already in the game. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to sweeten the pot for you guys. I'm trying to make it so you can get a copy of this game and you don't even have to drop a dime on it. You see? So send in those created character plots. Remember, it cannot be a plot from Xenoverse. If I read it and it sounds like it's like Xenoverse, it's out. If it sounds like Fighters, it's out. You see what I'm saying? Be unique. Creativity is a must. But that's all I got for right now, y'all. Don't forget to tune in today for the information to drop, man. I'm excited, super stoked for this. Till next time, thanks for watching, and peace.